Today's gonna be an interesting session. Today's gonna be an interesting session. Guys, we're DMing from a cave. Relax. Okay. Hi everyone. Hello. Yeah, today's gonna be an interesting session. We're gonna go over it today, but session 11 is gonna be a little different than our usual D&D sessions. But I promise you this: it is not a session you're gonna wanna miss. Okay, you're gonna miss. Bring back Mr. Echo? No. You get it when you deserve it, chat. You get the echo when you deserve it. Maybe I'll do it again for Pipe Dreamers, who knows? But yeah, today's an interesting session. We do not have Jesse today, and Snake is also getting some stuff done. So we thought we'd do something a little different this session, but different does not mean half quality, because man, oh man, I've been working on this session all week. It is going to be, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmute, and I will go ahead and yeah, we're just gonna go for it, because like I said, today's gonna be a new new thing. So so yeah, but it's good lore. You're gonna love it, and here we go. Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, why is Summer in the back of the room? Who put Summer in the
puppy?
Yeah, Summer's been trying to wrangle a dog for about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what one had to do with the other. It's just
You want to play D&D, so now he's sitting with me.
I was like, why is Summer in the back of the room? And someone just said, I got a puppy. And I went, okay, cool. Don't know what mine has to do at the end of it. Okay. Guys, are you excited for today's session? Because I'm pretty,
I'm very excited.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
I'm so fucking excited. What did you say, Joe? Joe, what did you say?
Well, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you, I don't know. I thought I heard a, which is something that I would absolutely imagine you say. Like, I guess I'm excited for D&D. I don't know, maybe. But
I'm always excited for D&D.
hell yeah. Today's session I'm especially excited for, because we're gonna start back here at
Brett, if I end up killing Dash, does it change the future?
Well, I'm hoping that there will not be any continuity issues today.
Okay. This is like okay.
Yeah.
There's the lens.
Well, that's why, you know,
All right.
okay. It's, you know, we haven't revealed who Joe's gonna be yet, but Joe also has a very important role in this, and because Joe is such a you know, Dungeons and Dragons professional, I simply, you know, I trust there won't be a continuity issue, but
I'm willing to ruin every compliment you just gave me. Just to...
yeah.
He's Morbin.
No, I just
Morbin.
Oh my God.
Please,
Oh no.
convicted.
We were so close. We weren't even, just kidding.
Ruining my character.
We weren't close at all.
We
It
weren't
just
close
started.
at all. We weren't close at all. You were absolutely correct. And that's why I said we were so close. And then I looked at the time and went, okay, guess
He's
not.
morbed up.
Unrelated, I did watch Morbius today, and I dare
On
you
Twitch?
I
Josh
will
just stream of it.
don't worry about it. And I will say this. It's a fun movie, and that's it. That's all I have to say about that. It's a fun time.
I watched it as a GIF, sped up about 120 times. So.
I heard about that. Yo, I heard someone
I do in fact not say it's Morbin time.
Someone in Sci-Fry's chat, I can't believe we're on this topic, but someone in Sci-Fry's Discord posted like the lowest quality WebM that you could upload to Discord, and it's the full movie of Morbius.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that's amazing. So, but anyways, yeah, it was it's a fun movie, and it's a fun movie, and you know, I could watch it again, absolutely, and maybe I will. Winky face. Okay, so anyways, You guys ready to begin today's session 11? All right. I'm gonna do a little I'm gonna do a little story time. Do a little story time for what exactly we're doing and why we're here and up to this point. Let's see here. Boo 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 boo. What am I looking for? Is it this one? This is the one. Excellent. Checking the audio levels. Oh, beautiful. Where we last left off, you guys are currently exploring the former Cicero Manor, the former home of one Victor Cicero. And as you guys were exploring around in the previous session, you had unfortunately met with a dark fate, as Dash has encountered a haunted visage, a ghastly individual who dramatically and desperately aged Dash 22 years. Now technically, now the body of a 47-year-old. We joked, of course, that, you know, he's on death's door now. He's someone's grandfather. He's fading away. Ooh. At the ripe old age of 47 years old. Hellebore, I noticed from the last session, has been trying to gather as many material components as possible. I'm assuming to create an elixir of some sort to reverse this this unfortunate event.
I gotta fix this. I'm always fixing this. Points at Dash.
You're always fixing this, and
I can't believe this.
I gotta fix this.
This isn't a call out post Summer.
No, I also just, want a skull because skulls are cool.
yeah, well,
Everyone's got one.
adds
Yeah,
narrators.
I want an extra.
Yeah, adds and narrator's notes. Also, skulls are cool, so we're collecting that. But yeah, so Hellebore, the alchemist that he is trying to gather materials to hopefully create an elixir to reverse this curse. I will let you know that creating an elixir to do so, and maybe I should have told you this last week, but creating an elixir to do so will be at great difficulty, as a greater restoration spell is required to reverse the aging. Thus, this is gonna be a tricky feat. And
That's 6 levels.
yeah, not yep. So I mean, worst case scenario, if it don't work out, you got 6 levels, right? And we got to level 3 in 11 sessions. So I mean, like by episode 50 or 60, you should be able to get that reversed on your own with your own skills, maybe.
Oh no.
None of us have that.
Yeah, that's right. So, but Hellebore is going to do some things that his family has taught him. And as you guys continue to explore the depths of the manor, a couple of you recall back to an earlier time, 20 years ago, when Dash was in a somewhat similar fate. And that is where we will... what do I... woo, 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 woo. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, when it would do the zoom in on my character saying
Dream sequence. Woo, woo, woo.
Back to the past.
Back to the past. So hopefully we can find something in the future.
Gotta get back.
carry it for a while. Share the low.
Man.
Looks like you finally woken up.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
You're finally awake.
All right. Are you oh man, this is like starting a new campaign. Like it gives me like that kind of like excitement. Whenever I start like a first session or a new campaign, it's like Christmas morning. You know what I mean? You're just like, "Oh boy, this is something new. I'm very excited."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we will go back 20 years ago.
The
when
scene
this
of the
happened.
conception.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just kidding. Just kidding. That's not what's happening. Loading the scene. In the middle of what is known as the Grove of Hio. All right. Now that we've seen some tokens, so what we're doing today is a bit of a lore session. I will sort of function a little bit as narrator and story, but please, if you have any questions, since I know a couple of you are playing characters that are not necessarily affiliated with yourselves, feel free to let me know. This is a bit of an experiment session, but I think it could be a real fun time and tell a great story via roleplay. So, when we first start our tale 20 years ago, in the city of Keld, a small town located in the southern, probably the southern part of Alabaster, where we can actually pull up a map right over here in the region of Ostron. Oh no. Give me a second. I'm gonna refresh this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Just kidding. There it is. You can see it. Boom. All right. So welcome to the origin of Dash and Piper, the city of Keld, located in the Ostron region of Alabaster. It is a small and quaint village that thrives upon the blessed nature that Hio had been given to them. And where we are currently at is the Grove of Hio. You see, young Dash and his father, Tucker. Tucker just had a sort of, kind of like a, what's the other word for mass? It's kind of like essentially your version, the Hio's,
A sermon.
like a sermon. Yeah, just had a sermon. You've given the blessed good berries, and the followers of Hio have passed on. As now that all that is left, sort of like organizing and cleaning things up, is one Tucker Whiskers. And now I can reveal both Joe, who will be playing Tucker Whiskers today, as well as a young, I think 5 or 6 years old Dash.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett, by the way, I can't see the map.
Oh, let me see what's.
You do not have a token that can see
Is
this map.
Alabaster?
No, it's. I think it's because. Sorry.
He's not in my thing yet.
Weird.
Tucker's not in my
Okay,
thing.
I apologize.
Is that the like Wild West location? Is that like?
Yeah. That's in the northern western section. Funny enough, Alabaster is where well, it used to be all of Kathos, and then once the shattering happened, Kathos splintered in half to the Kathos that we have now, and northern Kathos became Alabaster, which what used to be a smaller region, like back in the like phase 1, phase 2 days, but it's since then spread out to its own arc. So technically, you're actually on the continent where we ran our phase 1 games.
Oh.
Yeah,
Very cool.
little lore for you. Oh my god,
This
I
is
didn't.
also where all of the Swole characters came from.
Yes, and for some reason, all the Soul characters came in. Can you see now, Joe?
I can indeed.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys have just finished your sermon, and the followers of Hio have departed. This is 20 years ago. Maybe we'll start with learning a little bit about Dash, kind of like talking a little bit about like what's going on in Dash's life 20 years ago. Is there anything that you'd like to share, Dodger, about Dash during his youth, during his childhood?
I mean, Dash was always kind of the kid that wasn't very well put together. He always looked a little dirty. His hair was always a mess, which was like kind of a sticking point for his mom and dad. They both wanted him to, represent the family better. But it just wasn't something that Dash ever like really thought about unless he was around his parents. So I think currently, you know, it looks like what a 5 or 6 year old would do if they were if they hastily tried to not look messy.
Right. Gotcha. And then this is something that maybe you can answer as well. Okay, so there. Tucker Whiskers is currently the sort of like one of the head influences of the Hyo religion, of almost this Hyo theocracy that has been spreading out amongst the town for, I'd say, a few years now. Over the past few years, Tucker Whiskers has actually gained a small bit of following, speaking and preaching of the word of Hyo. Yeah, as mentioned before, our scene starts. The sermon has just been completed. I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm assuming Dash was sort of dragged here. Is that correct? Like, sort of, not dragged, but like, you know, this is what you got to do. You know, I'm your father. I know what's good for you. Or would you say Dash kind of felt comfort in the religion of Hyo? What's going on with that?
This is literally just, this is his life. This has always been his life.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of, it's not necessarily something that he hates doing.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to please his family, so he always helps, even if he doesn't always feel like he's excelling at it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always gone to the sermons. This is, you know, like a huge part of his life. So,
okay. And Joe, you received some information about Tucker and what kind of man he is and his piousness, very pious, devout man when it comes to Hyo. Since you've been given a little bit of free reign, is there anything that you would share or anything that he would be doing currently now that the sermon has wrapped up and his followers have returned back to their day-to-day lives as he's kind of like straightening everything up? Also, if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine he's kind of got a very aura of authority to him, so I guess he's kind of almost like, I imagine with his hands clasped behind his back, kind of very militaristic, looking around, observing it, kind of making Dash clean up anything that was like left behind.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's definitely trying to like teach Dash, you know, like. So Dash has to do all this like nitty gritty shit.
Yeah, like I imagine he treats himself like a general, and so he's kind of like, he's very much just kind of watching, observing, but barely even paying attention to Dash. It's just kind of expected.
Okay. So there's like a silence over the meadow, you say, as Dash is kind of like straightening things up within the grove itself.
Yeah, he's kind of like looking outwardly at the trees and up in the sky and stuff, just hands clasped behind his back.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me currently that you would like to have, like what knowledge Tucker may have currently, or what Tucker's plans or motivations are for the future?
I think you explained it pretty well, right?
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, Alex, I'll answer whatever needs to be answered, but leave alone so that you guys are free to, sort of like free to roleplay. I feel, anyways, go on. Is there anything that Dash would do? Like, once Dash like finishes his chores, I suppose is the best way to describe it. What would Dash do? How would Dash approach his father?
Oh, Dash never speaks first. This is a very like speak when spoken to situation.
Oh, I love it.
I'm so sorry. Quick pause. That's my kid. I'm sorry. One sec.
All good. All good. Let's see what once Dodger gets back, we can have Tucker do. I'm very excited how you're gonna roleplay Tucker, Joe.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. While we wait for Dodger, would you guys like to look around the region of Ostrin?
I was actually gonna ask more about the area because
Yeah.
I know that if any of my if anything were to happen to Victor, I think my next character would come from Alabaster.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm definitely interested in it.
So a lot of the regions of Alabaster is very mountainous and sort of like a drier region. It's kind of the reason why we joke around about himbos coming from Alabaster, because this sort of region of Io is all about it's all about discipline, almost discipline and strength. It's the reason why Alabastarian humans kind of gain a fighting style, because everyone is very able to defend themselves, protect themselves. Everyone is capable of that. So I mentioned Spartan law. There is a bit of Spartan mentality, but strength not only comes from your physical strength and your muscles, but it also has the strength to lead, the strength to believe. And that is why Tucker's strength absolutely is his faith and his belief. What anyone does within Alabaster and the Alabastarian humans, it's just with strong piousness and strength. So that is, I think that's the best way to describe that. Keld, so you're currently in more of a greener region of Alabaster, which is why the faith of Hio has kind of like really flocked over to here. This is one of the more greener regions of the mountainous, dry regions of Alabaster, and it is with stout faith, or at least influenced priests and clergymen such as Tucker would have, that this was gifted by Hio, one of the gods of Io. So other than that, the region itself is in itself pretty empty. You have your typical, lodges, lumber yards, mines, just like the general areas that materials and things are gathered to stretch out. The statue of Hio that is actually off the coast here within the port itself was a very, I would say, heavily sought out campaign led by Tucker Whiskers, to sort of like remind people of the blessings that Hio had given here in Keld. Mm-hmm. It was kind of one of those things. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, we're just doing some more background to Alabaster. Okay. The statue of Hio is kind of one of those things where it's like, because Keld's always been a small town. It's prosperous enough where it makes ends meet so that people can survive here. It's a very comfy town, but it's not frivolous when it comes to its revenue and capital. But Tucker felt it was very important that whoever were to awaken behind the safety of the walls of Keld, if they were to turn over to the coast, they could see her, the goddess of neutrality, always watching over them. Always a friendly reminder that out in this dry and desolate wasteland of Alabaster, Hio is Hio's there. Hio's watching. And Hio's protection and grace will always watch over all. So returning back to the Grove, as was just stated, very almost militaristic household. It sounds very disciplined household. Dash, silent and quiet. After straightening everything up, probably cleaned up some of the, I would imagine, stools or just some really basic wood chairs that would be kind of like scattered around, while Tucker preached the good word of Hio. After everything has been straightened out, Dash quietly heads over to Tucker, over to his father, and I would assume stand in attention.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think probably after a sermon like this, you never really knew what kind of mood he was going to be in. So Dash would just kind of do what was expected of him and then wait until he was excused or told that they were going home or...
Okay. Tucker, how do as your son continues to clean up? Yeah, go on.
I imagine he knows he's finished. He leaves like an awkwardly long silence before speaking, just to kind of almost see if Dash just kind of remains in place. And you finished cleaning all across the area? Make sure no one left anything behind.
Yeah, I did. There's nothing. I grabbed it all.
Have you double checked?
He'll like go back and start like looking everywhere just to double check, even for like the performance of it.
Perfect.
This place is gonna grow. Dash. We're gonna make something great out of this.
It's already beautiful.
You don't see what I see. I see the future. I see change. Next time you'll be faster. You understand?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I look down to him for the first time.
Can I go play?
Play? You spend most of that sermon not paying attention. So you can play once you've gone and prayed to Hio. Once I know that I'm satisfied with the time that you've spent in this grove.
Okay.
And enough of that stuff. I don't want to hear no stuff from my son, you understand? You gotta speak
Yes.
with some authority.
Yes, sir.
All right. He's gonna look back out to the trees.
Dash will go, I don't know, where would be like the spot here that like, where does Tucker give the sermons from?
You're actually standing right in the center of it. This was just these ruins that have been here had been probably standing for a very long time. But it seems to be as Tucker believes, a center focus where he feels more attuned with Hio. So honestly, anywhere within the grove itself, the circle is probably where you're going to feel the most. But in particular, Tucker has always felt pulled to this tree over here.
Oh, okay. I think Dash would go over there then.
Okay. How long would Dash like pray, I suppose? Like pray. What does Dash pray for? Specifically, like, trying to worship Hio?
Okay, so from my childhood experience, here's what Dash is doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dash does a really like basic prayer and then continues to sit there thinking about totally other shit, like kind of pretending to pray longer because it's never clear like how long of a prayer is long enough. So Dash figures longer is better than shorter. So I think that he's probably grown up hearing kind of like cookie cutter prayers, not from his dad. His dad has always had a lot of charisma when he preaches and the sort of prayers that he does during the sermons. But the sort of prayers that the everyday person does is probably pretty basic, and I think that's essentially what he tends to do.
Okay. So after spending, I'd say, about 10 or 15 minutes pass as you continue to pray, you sort of like, you breathe in a little bit, kind of like breathing in the air. This is supposed to be the one of the more quieter places around all of Keld. And as you sort of breathe in, your throat hitches a little bit, and you start to cough a little uncontrollably. This isn't the first time that this has happened, but you just kind of feel like you're gasping for air a little bit. And after about 5 or 10 seconds of this coughing fit, first of all, Tucker, do you have a response to this as you watch Dash just like coughing underneath the tree?
He's actually gonna watch him now, and he's gonna step over. but not like in a kind of rush. Just kind of very like militaristic kind of steps his hands through behind his back and he looks down towards him. Stop
And-
that.
Oh yeah, sorry, continue. And you'll continue to cough like muted underneath there in the hopes that not to get in trouble.
Yeah, he's
And-
doing those coughs with his mouth closed. Like he's trying not to, but he can't help it.
And then for one final cough that just seems to almost punch you in the throat a little bit of blood will come out as you kind of like cover your mouth, and it'll just like splatter a little bit on your hand. Also, not the first time.
Dash will wipe it on his shirt.
He walks away and goes, show me your hand.
I
Show me your hand.
He'll show it.
And then you'll just see, yeah, the blood that was coughed up now. And then you look on his shirt, you'll actually see the blood stained over on his shirt.
You wash that shirt off. I don't want to see any remnant.
sorry.
It's not me you should be apologizing to. Kyle, you've done something to upset Kyle. But
Dash looks kind of sad and scared.
they are forgiven. Perhaps you weren't praying hard enough. Perhaps this is a sign that you should spend more time. Maybe till sundown. By the tree.
But
What did I say about that stutter? You will speak with authority. Now,
yes, sir.
I don't think you understand. You're not sick because some disease. You're sick because you did something wrong. I was the same way when I was your age, boy. I was a sick boy. Maybe not the same symptoms, but I had enough. You know what I did? I found Hyle. With the brace of our God. I was cured. But I accepted Hyle into my heart. And my soul, my very being. You have not done that yet.
I have.
Do not speak back to me when I'm speaking down to you, boy. You have yet to do that. Because otherwise you would be well. You see sickness bringing down your brother?
No.
So why do you think that is?
He stays silent.
I asked you a question.
I'll stay till sundown. I'll pray more.
You pray until that cough goes away. And if you want to eat supper, then you better be praying all the damn night.
Yes, sir.
And wipe that shirt off. I don't want anyone in the town seeing any of that blood. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then get to it, son. He's gonna turn and walk from him.
When Tucker walks away, is Tucker remaining in the grove, or would he head home, leaving his son to pray within the grove?
I think he would leave him.
Okay. I was about to say I would think so as well. All right. So as Tucker issues the command given to the son, you just kind of have, I would say, after a little more time, Tucker would leave. I would say Tucker would just leave, right? He wouldn't even say anything to Dash.
No, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it all, dude.
He said it all. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And Tucker leaves off into the fields. Now a question of Dash. Does Dash stay in the grove until sundown?
Dash would stay for a little bit out of like this he has this strange fear because like his both of his parents, but his dad can be particularly like manipulative, right? There's a part of him, he's young enough that there's a part of him that believes like his dad will know if he leaves. He would stay for a while, but I think eventually would not necessarily leave this area, but not be praying anymore and not be sitting here anymore. He would, you know, kind of walk around and sort of kill time almost, but feel like it's okay because I'm still here. You know, like Dad told me to be here and I'm here. It's fine.
Okay. That's perfect. Give me 1 second. So yeah, so over the next couple of hours, you just continue what you've been doing. Perfect. Okay. And a few hours pass. Sundown approaches. And you begin to head home. All right. Meanwhile, as you head off and the sun begins to descend down in another part of town, a new family has moved to Keld. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Yeah, give me 1 second. I apologize. It's been some time. Boop, boop, boop. Do this, do this. For some reason, everyone's configure permissions. Observer. Owner. Save. There we go. I think I accidentally grabbed, I think, Lily twice. So, outside of the corner, as you guys, as you continue back over on the path, over in this corner, actually, I can show you on the map, specifically the herbalist shop. Right here, in this little location. Moving in, in the hopes to be moving in at the dead of night, you all have arrived just a little bit early, as a new family has moved in. Summer.
Hello.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about, tell us a little bit about your childhood. You guys are kind of like walking in this area. Your father, Dr. Ignatius Hellebore, was fortunate enough to purchase 2 buildings over here in Keld. One is advertised as an herbalist shop and sort of like a town doctor's area, and the other is a living quarters for you and your mom and your sister. What was Piper like as a you know, in childhood?
He was a very girly boy. Him and his sister often got mixed up for one another. The only way that you could really tell them apart was that he had slightly shorter hair. She was a little bit taller, but otherwise they're pretty similar looking. He's very touchy-feely with his sister. This was when they were a lot closer, and so he's often clinging to his sister. If he isn't clinging to his sister, he's clinging to his mom. Never clings to Dad, though.
Right.
Similar to Dash, it's very commanding from Dad, but he does have the nerve to talk back at times. Never to Mom, though. Mom's too sweet for that.
As you guys walk around the corner, you kind of see your mom pause. She's like, kind of walking behind you guys, making sure that you're keeping up, and then she stops as she wipes her head, and you can see a sweat going down her brow. And she goes, "Honey, it is hot." As
Why did we have to go somewhere so sweaty?
Dr. Hellebore remains quiet, and he'll like turn over and walking over, and he'll say, "We sort of arrived a bit early. Now, I wish I could simply tell you that this is a simple change of the seasons, but from my understanding, Alabaster tends to be a bit humid. Something you're going to have to be used to for a while.
He like looks at the ground like he really doesn't like the humidity.
Ignatius looks over to your mom and goes, we may have to give them some new clothes. Something that can handle the heat a little bit. This style, while it did work in the over in southern Ishtar, I just don't think it's going to work with this humidity. And she kind of like motions her hand back and forth a little bit and goes, yes. But the house does have cooling, right? It's very important. And she kind of like throws her arms up. That I am comfortable at all times. For the kids. And then she wraps her arms around both you and your sister. We did get the
very
cooling system, right?
stone-faced while being held, like, ugh. Like, why am I being touched?
We did get the cooling system in, right, dear? You promised us that we would have temperature control. Dr. Hellebore adjusts his glasses a little bit and said, I made sure that you and the children will have everything that you need. But it is important, and he looks down to Piper, that I am left alone while I work. Right, Piper?
Yes, sir.
Right, Lily? And she, I think Lily's a pretty, like, energetic child, right? Would you say?
Yeah, she's like having a sugar rush 24/7.
Awesome. So yeah, she gives a smile and then a thumbs up. Very good. While this is all happening, returning back from his home, is the one and only young Dash Whiskers. As he's slowly walking back home around the corner. Dash, as you walk this area from time to time, you walk this area because it tends to be a little more quiet. These houses have been empty for quite some time. And as you walk down south, you see a new family. Now, Dash, since the area is small, you tend to know at least the faces of everyone in town, but everyone here is different. Or these are definitely outsiders. What would Dash do?
Dodger had to walk away again, but she can still hear.
Ah, gotcha. My Discord was not open. Okay. I guess we will. Let's wait until Dodger comes back. Do you guys want to take a small break? We'll take a small little breather. Unfortunately, I don't have any more lore, and we kind of need Dodger here to continue. So we'll take a couple minutes and then give Dodger a chance to come back.
Okay.
Okie dokie. We'll spend some time playing some ads while we do that.
Get the ads.
Get the ads.
Kill those pre-rolls.
Yay! How's everyone doing so far?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joe, you're terrifying.
Me and Dodger talked before sessions, like, how are we gonna RP like 5-year-olds? We got this.
You guys are ready to go. Excellent. Awesome. We're gonna look here. Turn this up over here. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get myself some more water. So I'm gonna mute and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, go stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, all that fun stuff. I'll be right back. right, I'm back. Sorry for the delays, everyone. Let me go ahead and... All right. Hi.
Hi.
All good. So continuing on, I don't what part did you, what was the last thing you saw, Dodger?
I stepped away when Mom was like, we should really get them some new clothes.
Yeah. So as everyone begins like slowly like moving stuff in, you'll actually notice, I think at this point, I think you'd have help, right, Piper? Like people that work for the Hellebore family.
Yeah, we
probably...
have the Eugene the First.
Yeah, so everyone would probably be moving at this point. You see Eugene like walking by here and opening and going into the door and going back in. And Piper, you just finished sweltering within, not sweltering, but yeah, you guys finished being in the doing what you've been doing in the Grove. And yeah, so you have been walking away over to this section. It's kind of more the quieter part of town because some of these buildings have been empty for quite some time. But as you return back home walking southward, you'll actually notice that the buildings seem to be a little bit more lively. And you are familiar with all the faces in town. You may not know them personally or closely, but it's a small enough town where there isn't any unfamiliar faces. But this family is particularly unfamiliar as you walk over to the south. Dash, what would you do?
I think like, yeah, this isn't a town where people like move in and out, really.
Yeah.
This is so rare.
Yeah.
I think Dash is just straight up, I mean, they're young enough. Dash is just staring at them.
Yeah. It's been a long travel, but we'll go ahead and settle in. I can open up the shop and you'll just see Dr. Hellebore looking over at this boy.
Dash smiles really big and waves. This looks like if anybody saw the Dash in the Grove of Hio and the Dash here, you would think they were completely
Separate
different
people.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll kind of see Dr. Hellebore look over and he goes, and he does like this awkward wave in the sense like he doesn't know exactly how to respond. And then she...
Dash takes that as an invitation.
Oh,
Hi, are you moving in? Are you gonna live here now?
That's it. That's literally it. He goes, and... Sorry, I'm laughing because I can see the scene in my head. Mama Hellebore immediately walks up and goes, "Oh, precious child. Yes, we are moving in. And what's your name, dearie?"
Mm-hmm. My name's Dash. This is so cool. Nobody's ever moved here before.
Really? And she
Never, ever.
And then she looks over at Ignatius and just kind of is like, probably why we've been getting the stink eye all day. Huh. Well, you have been a lovely welcoming committee. Pleasure to meet you, Dash. This is my husband, Dr. Ignatius Hellebore. Oh, and then she immediately drags... She immediately drags Piper over, and she goes, "And this is Piper, and that's Lily. Oh, how old are you? Oh, you must be the same age as my dear Piper." And then she hugs Piper tightly. "Look, Piper, friends."
Hi, Piper. I'm Dash. I'm 5. He holds out his hand.
And she opens her mouth wide and goes, "Oh, he's 5 too," and then pets Piper on the head.
He just looks like, he's like, what is going on?
She repeats herself again. "Look, Piper, friends."
Evangeline, yes, it's okay. Hi.
And also, yes, he did call his mom by her first name.
Of course.
Hi. Do you want to play? Oh, wait, it's dark. I need to go home. Do you want to play tomorrow?
Okay.
And she looks...
He gives his mom the stink eye. Like, if she gets too excited again, he's gonna, like, throw a tantrum.
Her Oh my
He's trying to be the cool kid. Mom, you're making him look uncool.
Mom looks over at Dad with this like wide eyes and this big smile. And the moment you say I have to go home, she looks over to Dash and almost disappointed and says, "Oh, you already have a family."
Yeah, I do.
He face palms.
Oh, well, that's precious. That's absolutely wonderful. What? I thought he was an orphan.
You can't keep doing this.
But it's... Don't
This
you...
is unhealthy.
That's... She, like, hushes Piper, like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Dash, so you have to go home, but yes, you should absolutely come over tomorrow. Are you more of a morning person or an evening person? I suppose I could have Eugene make you a lovely breakfast, but we could use a pheasant or maybe even a stew of some kind."
You're nice.
She's quiet immediately, and then she just gives this, like, she looks like she's about to break down in happy tears, and then goes, "That is the sweetest thing anyone said to me all day. You are a good young man."
Dash looks like he's gonna cry.
Meanwhile, Dr. Hellebore is kind of looking at his wife like, yes, anyways, do forgive her. She can be a little excitable. We're all getting used to new surroundings. Lily walks up.
Hi, my name is Dash. I'm 5.
"What's your problem?" she says, looking over to
Piper
you.
will whisper over to Dash.
Don't touch her. She is cooties.
Lily goes, "What's your problem?"
I don't know.
And she points at your shirt.
My shirt.
He like suddenly has a super panicked look on his face. I have to go, and he which direction would water be?
Yeah. I mean, you can literally go south. There's all sorts of little ponds everywhere. And
Yeah, he starts running this way, and then he runs back, and he goes,
I have to get up at 5 every morning, and then I help my dad, and then but sometimes he lets me play at
and he looks like he's thinking really hard.
when it's lighter outside. So can I come over? Maybe?
Oh, of course, dear. You're welcome anytime you'd like. I'm just so excited that my dear Piper slaps Piper on shoulders, is making friends already. At
Dash
this
beams at Piper, like so excited.
At this point, Dr. Ignatius Hellebore goes silent. Noticing the blood on your shirt. He goes quiet. He doesn't go like angry or awkward. He just kind of like makes a mental note.
I have to go. Bye.
Oh, wait.
He'll like go through his pocket and pull out a handkerchief and give it to Dash.
In case that happens again.
He points towards the short.
He's just gonna dirty it up, Lily says to Piper.
Shut up, Lily!
So he walks over his sister and pulls on her pigtail.
Oh, stop that! She punches you in the face.
He punches her in the face.
Ah, stop that! And then you just kind of see Mama Hellebore like, break it up now, break it up. Was such an awful impression. Well, nice to meet you, Dash. You're free to come over anytime you'd like. The good doctor is going to be very busy within the shop, but you're welcome. This is our home over here. And then she points over to the house. Come over anytime. We'll make sure Eugene makes you something tasty.
Dash has just been smiling through this whole interaction. And we'll look down at the handkerchief and look at the rest of them and go,
Okay, thanks.
and then he'll run off.
Pew.
Mama Hellebore is beaming. And she's like, maybe this time things will be different. Don't you think so, Ignatius? She turns
at the camera.
Yeah, she turns over to Dr. Hellebore, and he's quiet, and he just kind of watches as Dash walks over. And he looks up, and as he's looking forward, he just kind of mutters under his breath, I wonder what ails the boy. And then he looks down at Lily, and he he doesn't raise his voice. Lily's just kind of like beating, just kind of like fighting with Piper, and then she just pushes him over and says, "Your friend's weird."
He throws mud at her dress.
"Ah, stop that, Father!" And then he's just looking down at Lily, very stout, very quiet, doesn't raise his voice. And he goes, "We need to learn to make more friends, not enemies, Lily." And Lily just kind of goes quiet, and he kneels down, and he says, "I'm sure that young man's going to be here quite often, and it's very important to me that you behave yourself in front of him. Do I make myself clear?" Lily just kind of kicks at the dirt, and he says, and then Dr. Hellebore says, "I'm sure the young Dash will not take up too much of your brother's time. Is that what you're upset about?" Lily blushes immediately. He's like, "What? No!" And then she immediately runs inside.
Piper
Door
will look up
slams.
at his dad.
Girls are weird.
He'll stand back up, looking down to Piper, and says, "You be nice to your sister."
He started it.
Well, I'm finishing it, and you should too. All right. Well, I suppose I should check out the shop in the office. Just tell Eugene if you need anything. I'm sure he'll stop by the Ioverse shop. And he begins.
Okay.
And he begins to walk. Yeah, he begins to walk up north. Mama Hellebore looks down to Piper, smiling but keeps quiet.
Do we have any ice cream? It's hot still.
I'm sure I could send Eugene in town for something. No, come along now, Piper. She offers a hand.
Okay.
He grabs her hand.
And as you guys are walking, you just kind of, she's glowing right now. She is so happy. She's like, "Your friend, you've already made a friend. This is absolutely wonderful." And then, yeah, you all will go back inside your house while Dr. Hellebore goes over to his herbalist shop. All right.
I'm gonna watch TV. Give me the remote, Lily. Give me the remote.
I made sure to include a TV so that way you guys will be able to do some nice summertime viewing.
I don't want to watch My Little Pony. I want to watch horror movies.
All right. So yeah. That was the first time that Dash met Piper, and a friendship immediately blossomed. So, going back to the region map for a second.
I fucking love my mom. Oh, you have a family.
Disappointingly saying, "Oh, you have a family." You're not an orphan. That's a shame. All right, so making sure this is good. It is awesome. All right. After that meeting, a year will have passed. A couple of events will have happened during this year. First and foremost, Tucker has begun to gain even more of a following, as the Church of Hio has slowly becoming the official religion of the city of Keld. More and more every week, masses gather over at the Grove of Hio to listen to Tucker Whiskers speak. Dash kind of begins to slowly start to lose weight. His cough never heals. It never cures itself, and it kind of becomes more the day-to-day more than anything. So we will do a year in the past, or sorry, a year in the future. Just gotta check my notes real quick. Good stuff so far, guys. So more and more during this year, I feel like Tucker is starting to take a little more of a not so much a hands-off approach because of because and you feel free to correct me on this. I feel like Tucker's attention right now is focusing on his flock, or rather his new flock, over at the Grove of Hio. I feel like sermons are being held more often and quite frequently because it's a quote-unquote spiritually healing. And while Tucker continues to be a dad, it feels like it's very important that that gets taken care of. This flock of Hio continues to grow, continues to be taken care of. It's almost as if Tucker has become father to just the masses of people over in Keld, which means Dash tends to get a little bit more neglected on, making sure that he's doing his thing. And I almost feel like Dash can get away with more things. Well, does that sound about right?
Yeah, and also for a while now, I think more of the focus has been on Cooper. Cooper's kind of the golden child. He's the one that Tucker puts a lot of energy and time into, and sees a lot of potential in. So yeah, Dash is able to, as long as he shows up and keeps his head down and does what he's always done, beyond that, he's kind of able to do whatever, as long as he doesn't get in trouble.
Well, and that's essentially what it's been. This past 6 months right now has been more where there's just been this explosive growth within the religion of Hio, and especially over at the Grove of Hio. So more often than not, after your responsibilities are complete, is it fair to say you find yourself over at the Hellebore houses pretty frequently?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. And that is where I will take you over to this scene, where honestly, I was pretty, all right, let me activate this. I was pretty, I liked that fan art we saw before, so absolutely everyone would just be watching TV, just hanging out, while you just kind of see Mama Hellebore just sitting there in more looser clothing this time, because the summers in Alabaster has not been good, and she is just sweating at this point, keeping everything
Does she have
cool.
a fancy fan?
Oh, absolutely. Right,
Good.
right, Summer? Right, absolutely fancy fan.
Yes.
Flowery
She
fan.
they probably have an electric fan, but she also is definitely the type to have one of those hand fans. Like one of the really fancy folding ones.
Ooh. It's been hot. Maybe I'll have Eugene go to town and get some ice cream. Dash, dear, do you want anything from town?
Dash is Dash keeps taking little steps back. Oops, where did I go?
Oh,
I vanished. Oh, there's two of me.
Oh,
no.
Crap. I'm so sorry. No,
okay.
There's not. JK, there's not two of you. There's one of you. You're right over here.
Yay, there I am.
Yay.
Okay, Dash
Sorry,
looks like he's
definitely-
concentrating really hard
definitely
and is
more
taking
this.
little steps backwards, and then suddenly looks up. Huh?
Dear, what are you doing?
I was gonna jump on Lily.
What?
Dude, jump on me instead.
Okay.
Backs up. Runs, jumps.
Yeah!
Big smile on Mama Hellebore's face as she continues to fan watching TV and just kind of leaves it alone. Dash has a cough again. I know that wasn't how I figured, but yeah, Dash, and yeah, it's just a nice
No, those were
summer
our
day.
peacocks.
Those were our peacocks. Oh my
They
god,
were.
it's so good.
I know.
Mom, can we watch the zombie movie again?
Yeah, can we?
She shrugs and she's like, "You're practically adults. You can watch whatever you want."
Yes.
As she looks over, hearing Dash cough, she fans over and goes, Dash, dear, how long have you had that cough now for?
Dash looks a little uncomfortable.
a long time. I don't know.
And then she's kind of like, as she continues to fan herself, turns over the TV, and she says, "You should really have Dr. Hellebore take a look at that. I'm sure he'll find something to kill that."
No, that's okay. My dad says that that it'll go away one day if I'm steadfast in my prayers. So.
Hyper looks really confused by this.
She looks over at you, and she's. This is a good scene for the fan artists. The fan covers the bottom half of her face to hide her scowl as she's like staring over at Dash with these squint eyes. It just goes, "Ah, yes, the good Father Tucker, motivated and inspired by his pious ways. Close," and she'll just kind of close the fan a little bit. As a smile is shown again, she stands back up and says, "Well, honey, let me go ahead and at least make you some tea." And she'll walk over to the kitchen. Usually when it comes to like meals and foods, everything's kind of left up to Eugene. But when it comes to tea, Mama Hellebore enjoys doing that. Kind of shows that she still, she doesn't need to be served on, hand and foot. She can take care of herself. And that's why she goes to the kitchen and she knows how to make tea. And then, so she'll begin to boil some water.
After Mom makes the tea, you wanna go out in the forest and look for dead animals?
Yeah.
Yay!
He'll like hop in the seat and get like really comfy. He'll like
Lily-
pat the seat.
Lily kicks her legs on the foot, on the couch. "I want to come too."
Dash slowly backs up.
I didn't invite you.
"You never invite me anywhere ever since
Well,
Dash
go play
came
with
here."
Cooper or something.
"Cooper sucks," she says as she looks over, folds her arms, flustered.
Am I getting jump attacked again?
No. By
Yeah,
Dash.
I did. Yeah, I jumped attacked onto the couch.
He goes, "Ugh."
"I'd hang out with Cooper if you'd let me." She grumbles underneath her voice.
Have
Like,
you
just kind of
tried
keeps it quiet.
asking?
Maybe, yes. She's always busy all the time in the Grove, doing that stupid
Cooper's
Hio
really
stuff.
busy.
Hey, Dash, your brother's weird.
Oh, is he?
He's very weird. Every time I try and hang out with him, he's always talking about Hio this and Hio that, and he kind of sounds like you.
Well, he's my brother, so I think that makes sense.
He's always talking about his dad. Dads aren't that great, he says, just continues watching the zombie movie at the TV.
Why does your dad like Hio so much?
Well, Hio is, well,
Dash looks a little uncomfortable.
Well, dearie, faith is so unexplained. I suppose that's why they call it faith. There really is no rhyme, reason, rationality, explanation, or anything like that. She kind of like, at that point, as he escalates a little bit, she takes a deep breath, fans and says, "But it's faith, so we just have to be okay with that." And she pats Dash on the head.
Mom, if we go find a dead bird, can you do something with it?
Well, just make sure that it's actually in peace this time. You literally brought a wing last time. There's not much I can do with that. And she pours.
That's all we could find.
Well, try to find something more whole, dear. Oh, and then she
I'll look
looks
for
over.
owl pellets like you taught me.
Yes. Then she looks over at Dash and says, "Best not share that with your father. Don't think he'll understand." And she pours the tea into his cup.
Oh, it's okay. I won't say anything.
There's a good lad. And then she pours the cup.
Tea.
And then you'll hear as she's about to pour Lily's cup, you hear a knock at the door. And for a moment, Mama Hellebore just kind of was like, gives a look of like, who could that? And then her face drops, and she goes, "But is that today? It's today. Oh,
Did you forget something again?
And she puts the tea down and she tries to straighten herself up in her very loose-fitting clothes, and she's like, "This looks awful. Oh, jeez. The apprentice, the one from Kathos is here. Oh, she, the spiritualist. Oh, okay, everyone, just behave yourself. Oh, this is a terrible impression." And then she will head over to the front door as you kind of hear the knock again. And that is where we will see. Hold on, I gotta make sure that, because these tokens have been wonky. Yes.
I'm sorry about Mom, Dash. She does this all the time. She forgets so many things.
Dash just smiles really big.
I love your mom. She's great.
Oh. As the door opens, a young woman, I would say probably maybe like 18 or 20 years of age. I don't know. Masae, how old would you say? Oh God. How old would you say this young girl is?
Hi, yeah, she is about 18-ish, so you got that on the nose, 18 to 20, kind of in that ballpark. Her frame is very slight. She looks tired.
Yeah.
She looks very tired, kind of pale, drawn in a little, but clearly happy to be there.
Oh dear, come on in. I'm so sorry for my appearance. Oh, and she like reaches a hand out to the young girl.
You're fine. Hi. And
Hello.
she'll shake her hand.
It's so good to finally. She's pulling you in like as if she's known you forever. It's so good to finally speak to you and not over correspondence and face to face.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
I apologize for my appearance. Children, this is Mommy's new apprentice. Please introduce yourself. Isla, correct?
Yes, of course. Hi, children. I'm Isla Fern. She kind of walks over and looks at them all, just kind of kneels down to get to their height.
Oh my God, Lily, you can finally have a friend.
Shut up! She says as she like smacks Piper in the face. She
kick her legs.
She grabs her legs. She pulls you off the couch.
I pull her pigtails again.
I've been waiting for. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Isla stands up and then backs away.
What? What did I say? Please behave.
Dash waves.
Hi.
Hi, Dash.
Hello.
It's the best of the children. Isla, come over here. Let's talk out in the deck. Children, behave yourself, and if you do go to the forest, please make sure you close the door behind you.
Do I have to bring Lily with?
And Lily kind of like nods a little bit and says, "Yes, you have to bring Lily with." Maybe she'll find.
Let's go.
Wait, Piper will like whisper over to Dash before like he runs off.
If we run fast enough, she won't be able to catch up with us.
You realize I can hear you, right? You're not
Shut
very
up,
good
and
at
then
whispering.
I push her over, and then I run while she's knocked over.
She falls over the back of the couch. The couch falls on the floor. She bangs her head. Ah! Mom! she just continues walking. Right this way, Isla. We've got a nice little spot on the deck.
Oh, dear. She'll follow along. Energetic kids.
Oh, yes, the light of my life. Dash is not mine, of course, but nowadays it feels like he is. Not that I'm complaining, of course. He's such a good lad. And then she'll just kind of like pat her hand over on the bench.
She'll kind of awkwardly shuffle over and then also take a seat.
I can smell it from you.
Smell what? And she'll kind of like take a small, very quick like sniff of her clothes, like, smell what?
What do you can't smell it? The spirits, of course, dear. And then she'll kind of like open underneath this blanket. There'll be that little, oh my God, what is it called? Kind of like used for meditation. It's like a big like incense stick almost. And she pulls that out, and then she kind of like lights it a little bit as a strong incense will sort of like fill the area, and she just kind of like it bats the incense around you as this strong smell kind of like goes over to you. And it's just the smell of like various herbs and flowers in the forest. And then she like at that point she like some sage as well. And then as she does that, she extinguishes the flame and says,
"Oh, well, I definitely smell it now."
Oh, I like you, dear. So, what school of magic did you focus on? Exorcism or empath?
Empath.
Ah, empath. Empath is something interesting when it comes to spiritualists, and she kind of like pats herself on the chin. And she goes, I suppose it helps more in social situations. And then she looks over at you and says, tell me, what am I feeling right now?
You're feeling... She kind of has a wry smile, and she'll reply, relieved that the kids are gone.
Oh, I like you, dear. But no, that's not what I'm trying to do here, although the repertoire is absolutely charming. You need to focus your spiritual magics upon me, so that way you can actually use your empathic powers to feel how others are feeling. It's very important for an empath to know exactly what feelings that surrounds that. It's actually the source of your powers.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very good. Now, do me a favor, close your eyes, and just feel.
And she'll do just that. She'll close her eyes and focus a little more, taking it seriously.
And this will probably be the only roll of the session. Please give me an insight check at advantage.
Excellent. Okay. Insight, correct?
Correct. Yeah!
Oh my god!
Wait.
Yeah, it's 23.
Damn.
Yeah. It's literally a critical hit and a critical miss. Very nice. Oh wait, you rolled twice. You rolled twice.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. I'll just say
Give
for
him a crit for fun. Give him a crit for fun.
I'll just say that because critical hit, critical miss. So above board, I'm slowly designing a new class called a spiritualist. And what she just did was an empathic link. So making the insight check, she has an advantage to go ahead and determine the emotion of a creature. And so as you sense, you can actually feel this warm glow come from Mama Hellebore, as this feeling of warmth, this glow, and you can tell that this is this sort of like, you just kind of can feel this like just joy and happiness.
Warmth. Feel warmth.
That's
very happy here.
Yeah. Yes, it is in tendency for empaths to feel emotions in different ways. You see, we're not supposed to be able to feel feelings, I suppose, as she kind of like puts a finger on her chin and goes, but some empaths feel it in different shades of color, different temperatures, and I suppose for you are about temperatures, dear. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful, and an excellent starting point for you. She kind of like puts her hands over on your shoulders.
She beams a bit, kind of proud of herself.
Isla, you show real promise. And I will tell you right now, empaths are easier to teach than exorcists. Oh, and she shakes her head. My last spiritualist was an exorcist. And then she slowly just like sits back down next to you, and you just kind of see, while you're still feeling her, that warmth kind of turns into a sudden like chill, as you still have the empathic link. You can feel you could feel a chill, which can be associated with uncomfort or fear.
I see.
She looks over.
I think you're right.
She
Temperature.
She looks over at you, slightly startled, and then goes, "Oh yes, of course, the link. Oh, you are marvelous, dear. Absolutely marvelous. No, exorcism is tricky. You see, as an empath, you can use your spiritualistic powers to not only feel emotions, but slightly control them, which have their own benefits, of course. Exorcists, however, which is just right, hop over there. While you can control the actual spirit of a person, or bolster your own, especially when dealing with unnatural entities of the dead or undead. It's really good when dealing with ghostly presences, but tapping into one's spirit, one's soul, is a heavy responsibility. But more importantly, it takes years of training, and doing so haphazardly can be risky not only for caster, but the spirits that you tap into. And exorcism really tends to go a little bit more on the risky route. That's why I'm happy that you've chosen a more safer route, such as the empath.
Right. Yeah, that sounds pretty intense. I already get a bit overwhelmed with the empathic ability sometimes, so.
Yeah, absolutely. As do we all, dear. How is Kathos? Where are you from again?
I'm from, DM. Help. What?
I DM'd you.
Okay, thank you. I'm from Zeros.
Ah, Zeros.
It's quite busy compared to what I've seen of this place so far. Lots of buildings, lots of people. This is refreshing, actually.
I know of Zeros. I'm definitely more attuned to Kathos. Or I've been in Kathos sometime. I've never actually visited Zeros before, but it is, like you say, a very thriving city. But
I like it. It's nice, but obviously, again, overwhelming.
Yes. Well, once we get you trained and ready to go, I suppose things will be a little bit more calm for you in Zeros. Mostly because as an empath, you'll have more controls of your emotions, of your feelings. Anything that feels overwhelming, such as a crowded city of Zeros, you can kind of, remember this moment. And she looks out into the quiet woods of of the city of Kelt.
She just looks completely relieved at that thought. She just like so much tension in her just like melts away almost, and the tired bags under her eyes.
Two. That's all she says.
2
years. That's how long I'll require to train you.
Is that long? Am I doing okay?
I mean, it changes and varies, of course. I say 2 is more on the lesser side. I think you could do great with 1, but quite frankly, dear, I feel nature will do you some good. And she pats you on the back. Get a little sun.
That sounds nice.
You've got a place to stay, I hope?
Yeah, I just a bit up the road.
Excellent. Well, we'll begin your training tomorrow then, Isla. I have to prepare dinner for my children when they finally get back. It's a pleasure meeting you, and I'm looking forward to training your empathic abilities.
I'm very much looking forward to learning under you, Madam Hellebore. Thank you. And she'll stand up and do a little bow toward Madame Hellebore.
And she smiles as she'll, walk back inside. All right. So as friendships continue to blossom over in the region of Ostrin, Dash and Piper grow even closer year to year. And another year will pass. So let me go ahead and check my notes of what's happening this year. Ah ha ha! This is where things get a little spicy. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to go over to the region of Ostrin, because there is a slight change that has happened to the city of Keld. Let me go here, whoop, and then this one. Please turn your eyes to the Grove of Hio. Waiting for this to load. You may notice there has been a slight change to the Grove. After a year's
cool.
That's really cool.
After a year's time has passed, the Grove of Hio has now turned into a full-fledged temple of Hio. As the following of Keld has fully converted over to Hio. The Temple of Hio itself has beautiful, wonderful areas to help focus both on the druidic and cleric natures. An actual graveyard, which is known as the burial groves, for devout followers of Hio to be there. As the Temple of Hio is now built over the center of the grove, where that tree was that Tucker was feeling. Now in the city of Keld, if Tucker were ever to propose a different, a project built around Hio, it can absolutely be done with ease, as the majority of Keld has converted over to the worship of Hio. Also, let me go ahead and get this done real quick. I have to change one thing, and that is specifically to Tucker's outfit. Because Tucker is now the head of the Church of Hio. Like, full on. I mean, he always was, but he is now that in title. So, because of this, I think at updated, Tucker has some new digs. And I updated the Discord reaction. Tucker is also a cleric of 5th level now. So he has a persuasion check of 9. His religion check is that of, I think, 6 now. And yeah, so Tucker is leading the way. So right now, yeah, Tucker is wearing these sort of like fine robes to signify his position within the Temple of Hio as this sort of thorny golden vines now goes over his shoulders. His skills are persuasion +9, and then nature and religion is +6, is because Tucker has a natural expertise to that, and probably why he's been able to gain such influence so quickly. Unfortunately, not all news is good, assuming that you would look at such a thing as good news. As Dash has unfortunately turned a little bit for the worse. Dash's illness, left unchecked, of course, not being looked at, is start to left Dash upon closer inspection at death's door. And one fateful evening at the Temple of Hio, one final sermon for Dash in the hopes that Tucker can hopefully have Hio save his boy. So let's first of all take you over to the map now. This is a large map, so this may take some time for you to load in. So if you, right now the only thing that we can see is currently the temple itself.
Okay.
I have to change Tucker's token. My apologies. Oh, I didn't upload this. Yes. Yes, good.
Get down, Mr. President.
What? Is this, did we get that new token? That new bling art? Yes. All right. So one fateful evening, Tucker is currently in front of the shard altar of Hio. As followers of Tucker have been here, praying for the boy. Dash has grown even more pale. Finds struggle to breathe. Tucker, what would you be doing at this point?
He's kind of got his hands clasped, looking up at the statue. He's praying aloud.
Kyle, tell me what it is I have to do. Why are you testing me like this? I will build you a temple. I'll take your name across the entire world. The boy's sick. He's not like his brother. Why did you put this embarrassment in our family? What do you need me to do? How do I fix this?
As a silence falls over the temple, it has been days of prayer, of worship. Poor Dash is, I'm assuming, has not actually been fed properly these past couple of days. Probably has only been fed good berries, which does provide nutrition, fortunately. Good berries is also the communion that's given in the sermon that Tucker gives to Hio. Tucker has the ability to preserve good berries, and he uses that ability to give to his flock. So as he has continued to feed Dash good berries, the illness still remains upon the boy. There's a moment that passes within Tucker's mind of what will actually happen to Dash if he doesn't get better. Particularly, if Dash unfortunately perishes and passes away, he'll probably have to be placed over in the holy burial ground, specifically the tomb that was built at that point. So that way he can fully return to the earth, return to Hio. But maybe that is what he's needed. A direct connection to the earth itself. A way to connect to Hio. And if he passes, well, at least he'll already be where he needs to be. He can pass peacefully within the tome itself. Just as you kind of... Yeah, go on. Sorry.
He looks down at the ground and he's kind of audibly convincing himself. He says,
You value strength. What's the strongest time in a man's life but when they're faced with death?
Kind of looks up at Hio.
Is that what you want? Is that what you need to finish this test? With the boy as close to you as possible. Within arm's reach.
Kind of looks down towards Dash.
With the boy within arm's reach of you so you can heal him or It can fail. An ultimatum. What he needs. That's what I need. That's how I pass this test. Test you put upon our family.
He kind of looks down at Dash.
I understand what I need to do. And I have the strength to do it. Great Isle.
All right. So at that point, what do you do?
Gonna step towards Dash and scoop him up into his arms.
Okay. You'll go ahead and let me get this token here. Okay. You'll go ahead and light a torch as you'll begin your walk over this area. What's kind of interesting is this is probably the largest map I've made in Phase 3. So, you will, with light in hand, hold on to Dash and begin moving up here to where, to the actual courtyard, where the original Ohio grove was at. As you continue to wander over to the south, holding Dash in hand, you'll begin to head off to the west.
I think it will also be the whole time.
Or east.
He's kind of almost spouting out kind of like soft prayers, like,
With your blessing, Hyle, we head to the brink of death, where we will be tested upon, and we will come out victorious whether we win or not, for we have been put in your grace. My power is in your hands. The life of the boys will.
Dash's complexion is pale and sickly. He's broken into a sweat and unfortunately has lost a lot of weight. Anyone that would look at Dash at this point would realize that he is absolutely at death's door. As the pious Tucker continues to move over, you enter the burial grounds. Here, this seemed to fit as the burial grounds, as the trees themselves seem to wither away, as if to return to Hio. And there you arrive at what is soon to be built as the family tomb. You open the gated doors, you walk in, and you place Dash upon the one pedestal that has been placed over in here.
And here you're closest to her. Here you will begin your final test. Here you'll prove yourself to be a Whisker or not. Here, Hio will give you her grace, or grace us with your passing.
Dad,
What is it, son?
I'm scared.
No, you're not. I will not allow my son to be scared when you are blessed with this moment. You have a time to touch Hio. Time to be one with them. If it was your brother here right now, he would not show any fear. He would show gratification. You are fortunate, son. For your pain is going either way. You will rather leave this tomb a newfound boy, my son, at last, but you will not leave it. The disgrace you brought upon our family will remain behind with you. If that is the way of Hio, then so will it be done.
Does Tucker leave at that point?
he's gonna kind of step towards him and go,
Make your prayers loud. Use your last breath, all of them, son. She can hear you now.
Ash sort of weakly puts his hands together and closes his eyes.
Don't try to stand. Use your strength on her. Don't worry, I'll remove the temptation. You just stay here. You just stay here.
That's when he leaves.
And closing the gate behind, as darkness fills the tome that Dash is placed in, you'll see, yeah, and then Tucker will begin to walk away. As he does so, from the outside, hiding off in the distance, Piper. You haven't seen Tucker in several, you haven't seen Dash in several days now. And so, in the hopes that maybe, just maybe, he would be here at the Grove, you would have arrived in just to find where Dash had been. As you were almost about to approach, you witnessed Tucker holding Dash in his arms and then placing him in this tome before he walks away. Piper, what do you do?
Can you ping where I'm at? This map is so big and it's nighttime, so I can't see me.
That's all good. Right over here. Yeah, it's a big old map. My apologies. Do you see it?
Can't even see your marker, no. Oh god, it's so tiny. There I am. Okay, yes, I see it.
You are but a small child.
I like to think that he's holding the dead cat, and the dead cat was the one that like sniffed him out at the Grove, and that's what brought him up here. So he's like holding their dead cat Cheddar right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cheddar, do you think he's in there? What are they doing to him? This is rude.
He like will put Cheddar on the ground then right next to him and kind of like try to push the door open if he can to like just take a little peeky in.
The door is absolutely heavy, but you manage to push it open. And there you'll see a sickly Dash lying on what appears to be like a mausoleum slab. And he's wheezing heavily, and he looks worse for wear. He looks worse than he did a few days ago.
Yeah, Dash is like, he's kind of doing what Tucker was doing. Like he's praying, but it's barely coming out. But he's also crying because he's scared.
He'll nudge Cheddar to go in before him, and then he'll like hop in a little bit.
Cheddar will kind of like walk in, jump up, and start to quote unquote lick Dash's face with this really dry tongue.
Dash absolutely freaks out, like with the last of his strength, just like panics.
What are you doing in here?
You can't be in here. You have to leave.
Why?
My dad can't find you in here. You have to go, Pipes.
It's okay. I'll go before he finds out. What are you doing?
I did something really bad, Pipes. I did something really, really bad, and I don't know what it is. But I'm really sick, and I'm hoping that Hio will save me.
He thinks for a minute.
Do you think your dad's just gonna check on you in the morning?
Yeah.
Let's play a game before then.
Viper, I can't.
No, here. I got it. You know that game that Lily always talks about that they do on the show she watches? You're gonna be the princess, I'm gonna be the knight, and I'm gonna carry you and save you from the big bad place. Here.
And then he'll like turn his back to you and he's like,
Hop on.
Dash
We'll be back before your dad shows up in the morning.
Dash stares at his back, kind of silently.
Piper, I can't go.
Why not? We'll be back before your dad shows up.
Oh, if I go, if I, this is my last chance to show Hayo that I believe.
he'll like look up for a second and then he'll look at Cheddar.
Cheddar thinks Hayo thinks it would be okay. Cheddar is an animal after all, and you know that's her thing. I think Cheddar knows best. I pinky promise you'll be okay.
And then he puts his pinky out.
Cheddar also pinky promises, but he doesn't have pinkies.
Will you bring me back?
I'll carry you myself.
Okay.
He'll
Climb
climb onto his
aboard,
back.
princess.
He'll climb onto his back.
He does like a hero pose and then he's like, onward! And then he'll carry Dash on his back out of here.
All right. So you'll slowly begin to, like, you'll slowly like begin to like try and lift up, you know, Dash.
Not Lily. Yes, you're a golden retriever too. Get out of here.
All right, give me 1 second. Perfect. Yeah, so you'll
My
begin
golden
heading.
retriever was like, this is about me. This is about me. I'm here.
Okay, just give me 1 quick second. All right. So yeah, you'll begin to slowly carry Dash over to the south, heading back home into the direction of the only location you believe would be able to help at this point in time. As you would arrive.
As a side note, I think the entire time that we're walking this way, Dash, you know, Entangled, how she like leaves the tower and she's so excited, but like is also constantly overwhelmed with guilt. That's Dash. Like every few steps, he's like, "We should really go back. You should really just take me back."
We got this.
So Piper, you carry Dash over to the south, the only location you know how. As you arrive at the dark end of the street, there's only one house where a light is currently illuminating the room. As you arrive over to the town doctor's office, the office of your father.
This is my place. I'll carry Dash on over to the front. And I knock.
You kind of hear at the end, it's like, enter. The door is open.
He opens the door. He'll like take a hand off of Dash and like struggle for a second, and then just like it's like the one thing you're trying to carry something, and then you gotta like use one hand to open the door, and then Cheddar slides through first instead, and he almost trips over Cheddar.
Yeah, and then Dash just like falls on the floor.
Cheddar.
No, I catch him. I'm strong. I got this.
Cheddar.
My 8 strength. I got you.
Dr. Hellebore looks over. And he's like, Piper, what are you? And then he just stands back up.
Dad, it's an emergency.
What happened to the boy? And then he'll kind of like pick up Dash at this point.
Piper, what are we doing?
Getting better.
Dr. Hellebore looks over at Piper and says, What happened to him?
I don't know. His dad put him in a tomb.
He just kind of looks forward at Piper, and he's just staring forward, and he kind of looks at the door, just kind of waiting for like someone else to come in. And in sort of a rush, he closes the door and locks it. before he turns over to Piper. And he says, "That's the Whiskers boy. If his father knows that we're here, we're going to be in a lot of trouble."
Dad, he's really, really sick.
And that's when Hellebore finally has a chance to look at him laying there. And he looks down over at Dash and he just kind of rubs his temples a little bit. And he looks over at Piper. Their family has a very unusual belief structure. Trust me, I've tried to talk to the boy's father many times. He wants nothing of it. Wants no medicine in the boy. And at some point, we have to respect those wishes. It is what we do as doctors, as individuals in the medicine procedure. His father is very influential. And he looks over at Piper. What's Piper's face right now? Like, what's
He's
his
like
expression?
very, very sour, angry, looking at his dad.
You're a doctor. You're supposed to save people's lives.
He looks back at Dash, who seems to even be more pale than he was when he came in.
Dash looks like he's in and out of consciousness.
Don't make me get Mom, because you know she'll side with me.
There's more to it. He looks over at Piper. Piper, if I do this, we'll more than likely have to leave town. That means leaving Dash behind.
He'll like look at Dash and then look at his dad and then kind of look out the window.
But he'll be alive.
In a rare instance, Dr. Ignatius Hellebore gives a small smirk. That he will be, son. And then he just mutters under his breath. Fine. Fuck Tucker. And then he goes over to what I think he's been working on. And he just begins at that point beginning to he starts mixing some medicines together.
Can I say that F word?
He looks over and then he just kind of turns over and he says
Fuck
no.
Tucker. Oh,
So-
okay.
He goes no. You get to one. This is okay. So immediately what he does is he rushes over with various medicine equipment. He begins taking Dash's temperature. He draws a little bit of blood, and he starts mixing it up in little vials. And as he looks at it, he just looks astounded at the results, like instantaneously. He's like, "This boy has had a persistent flu for years now. A simple shot of penicillin would have been able to heal him instantaneously. And yet Tucker continued to let him..." This boy's too far gone. As he sits down over on the bed, he kind of looks over. I don't even think the penicillin will work at this point. There is one thing. Then he looks over at Piper.
The thing you've been working on?
I do admit I'm hesitant to give it to him. But I'm afraid it might be the only thing left. The only chance he has. His immune system is completely compromised. It may be his only chance, but I'm uncertain of the side effects. He looks down at the boy who, at this point, is probably unconscious, unaware of this conversation happening. He looks over at Piper. He looks at the boy, looks at Piper, and it's our best shot. And then he goes behind the desk over to a small safe that he's kept locked. As he begins to turn it and opens it, he pulls out this giant syringe. The liquid itself, it seems to be a variety of chromatic colors. Something entirely unusual and something no one would ever see before as he walks over.
Piper's holding Dash's hand.
Piper, you may want to look away from this. This is a trial run, if anything.
No, he's my friend. I'm gonna stick with him.
He smirks again. He pats him on the back. And he just says, "One day you're going to make an excellent doctor." Very well. And then he pulls up the arm, and then he will then give the shot to Dash. Dash, you immediately jolt up in consciousness as your entire body seizes and tightens. You can literally visibly see the veins almost like popping out of Dash's skin as his entire body turns almost red. It, to the untrained eye, looks like a bad reaction. But Hellebore remains calm. He nods a little bit, and he says, "It's fine. It's fine. This was expected." Dash, you feel like a sudden, the most pain you have ever felt in your life, and I dare say, even to your 25-year-old / 47-year-old self, this is the most pain you have ever been in your entire life. You remember this feeling that you feel right now, as it just feels like your blood is on fire. And then after a minute of that, which feels like forever, you finally break into a sweat, collapse on the bed, and for the first time in years, you see color return to his skin. And you...
Piper's absolutely sobbing this whole time.
As you pass out, Hellebore immediately goes over, getting some more tools, coming back. And back over at Dash, he tests some vitals. And you just kind of see this face. He just goes, "Oh." Vitals are normal. Temperature's subsiding. There's some coloration returning back to the skin. He looks over at Piper and just kind of gives a nod. I think he's going to be okay, but... Then he turns back to Dash. The real test is going to be in the matter of the next couple of days, weeks, months, years. I'm uncertain the lasting effects of the serum. But for now, we seem to be out of the woods. We'll have to watch him closely, well... And then he looks down a little bit. Well, for as long as we can. And then he looks over at, he'll look over at Piper. I'm afraid this is the best we can do for now.
He nods. And he'll just stay with Dash until Dash starts to stir a bit or morning starts to happen, whichever comes first, because he has to get him back to the tomb.
During the entire evening, Hellebore stays up through the night, continuing just to check vitals and watching. You'll actually notice a couple of times his temperature will begin to spike. And Piper will, or sorry, I don't know, I said Piper. Dr. Hellebore will, like, you'll see him put in a couple more vials of shots. General medicine, penicillin, some mixtures of potions of healing that he has to try and keep his system is an absolute wreck. And what is best to describe is that this serum has just like supercharged his immune system because it's been so ravaged and wrecked from this flu that he's had for so long, that he is just doing everything his best to keep his body in check, in control. And then, yeah, you'll begin to see the sun slowly begin to raise, and Ignatius is just furiously writing as many notes of observations that he can.
Dad,
Piper.
I have to take him back now.
Take him back.
To the tomb.
He looks out the window. I'll go with you.
Okay.
All right.
I love the image though of Ignatius Hellebore being like, all right, welp, and just like loading Dash up on little Piper's back and being like, bye.
Yeah.
Off you go, son.
Off you go, son. I'm just making sure that we've got all the tokens gone. Yes. Okay, cool. As you, so I think it's safe to say that Hellebore would be carrying, Dash.
I'm holding Whisker, or I'm not Whiskers, I'm holding Cheddar the whole time.
Yeah. And as he's moving him over, he looks over at Dash and he's looking down to Dash. And he looks over at Piper. And for a brief moment, Ignatius considers, what if he just takes the boy? And then realizes that would cause more trouble than what is about to happen.
Mom would have loved that though.
And so
It's
you'll just kind of see him shake his head before he walks in and gently rests an unconscious Dash down. And he'll look down to Piper. Son?
Yeah?
I would say goodbye to the boy.
Okay.
We may have to leave. Tucker
Like last time?
Like last time. Tucker Whiskers has a temperament that I don't tend to get along with. But I've known many Tucker Whiskers, and I know what happens next. And he just kind of gently pats Piper on the back of the head before he says, I'll speak with your mother. I think her apprentice may have some connections over at Kathos. Maybe we'll go there.
Okay.
And then you'll just kind of see him reluctantly walk away. And just wait.
He'll like poke Dash's cheek to see if he can like get him to stir a bit.
Dash, you actually slightly stir awake. Your head's spinning, but you feel...
Yeah, he doesn't feel good, but at the same time, he feels like a million times better.
Dash? I think you and my family have to leave now.
What? What?
He like tries to sit up.
This is the first time that we've had to leave, but I think we have to go again.
He'll like slide off to stand in front of Piper.
No. You guys don't. You won't have to leave. I'll tell my dad. I'll tell my dad what you guys did, and he'll know that you were sent by Hayo, that you were the answer, that you saved me.
Dad has dealt with this kind of thing before, and it doesn't work out sometimes. and people still get mad at us for helping. So,
But it'll be different. It'll be different. I promise.
promise?
Promise.
Pinky promise.
Puts his pinky out.
Yeah, pinky promise.
Still want a hug.
I'll give him a big hug.
Big hug, big
Yeah.
hug.
The firmest hug he's given you in like over a year.
Either way, if we do end up having to go again, I'll make sure Cheddar stays to look after you.
You won't have to. I'll talk to my dad. It'll all be fine.
If you're sure,
Yeah.
we'll keep one more for the road.
And he hugs again.
Yeah, big hug.
He'll head out with Cheddar and he'll like wave back, like pop his head in, like wave back one more time, give a big cheery smile.
Yeah, Dash will wave and smile. He feels so good. He feels like this was it. This is the answer.
He comes out.
All Dr. Hellebore can do is just kind of nod, close the tomb back, and just walk back home with Piper. A few hours pass as you'll kind of begin to see in the slight crevice opening, just the slightest opening within the gate itself. Just like every other day, the sun will rise. And in the early morning, you hear the door open. As you just like open that in. And Tucker, you will look to see a healthy Dash Whiskers.
And as the sun spreads its warmth through the tomb, I live or breathe.
He looks up to the air.
You have blessed me with a second son. The
Dash
boy
hops down.
has proved himself, just as I thought he would.
He kind of steps in. And for the first time, I feel like he kneels down to his level.
My boy, you are cured. You look right as rain. Hio has done this. Look what a little prayer can do, my boy. I said it all along. Your curse is lifted. Our curse, our family curse.
Dad, it was different than I thought that it was.
I know, son.
Hio
No.
sent the Hellebores to save me.
Son, wait. Son?
They gave me a medicine and I feel amazing. Hio sent them. It's the only answer. I prayed and I prayed and I've been praying for years and they were here the whole time and I didn't realize that
What do
they
you
were the
mean
gift
they
from
gave you
Hio.
medicine?
That they gave me medicine
What did
and
you take?
I'm cured.
What did they give you, Dash?
I don't know.
He stands up. Expression, I just dropped.
Dad, I feel amazing.
Silence. I see it now. I see it clearly. It was never
What?
my test. You were never my test. You were just a symptom of the test.
What?
Oh, the real test. You had a cough, boy. That's all you had. You just had a cough. But things have been getting worse until that family had, and I not see it. Since they came into town, things have been getting much worse. Hellebore, I mean, the name even has hell in it. You've been spending too much time with that boy. You will not see that boy ever again. You understand me?
No, Dad. They helped me.
You will
They
not
helped-
call me dad. You will call me sir, as you always have. And you have not been helped by them. You have been cursed. They've been trying to play God in this town for far too long, trying to heal the sick, but they're the ones who are sick. You were never ill, boy. You were never ill. They made you sick by being here.
No, that's not.
They try to play the role of Hio, and I see it now. The test is never you, son. It was them. Hio wants us to prove the strength. And strength we will prove. You will walk all the way home, and you will not turn your gaze until you walk through that front door and walk up to your room. You will tell your brother, you will do as I say! For the last time, Dash, you have done enough to embarrass this family. This is the only thing I request of you. You walk home. You will not take a foot away from the path there. And you will tell your brother to gather every single man, woman, any able-bodied person and send them up to my temple. It's time we have a sermon that counts, a sermon that means something. And finally, the test will be defeated. Now move, Dash. I do not want to see you again until this is done. Do you understand me?
Please.
I said, do you understand me, Dash?
Yes, sir.
Now walk. For the grace of Hio and the strength will be served this day. It is a glorious day, as we have been shown the truth in the light of day. And a sermon will show justice. Walk.
Just trying really hard not to cry in front of his dad, but once his back is to him, he's just sobbing while he walks.
Tucker doesn't head home. He heads straight to the temple.
Over the next couple of days, Tucker manages to bring a fever, just a raw, righteous anger to the entire town. Tucker Whiskers has not led this town astray. In fact, has done, or what is believed to be, great things for the city of Keld. In a matter of a few days' time, the entire town learns of the corruption of the Hellebore family. Ignatius manages to speak with the mother Hellebore, saying everything that happens, and of course she knows what that means. They've seen it so many times before. Cities that have rejected Hellebore's medicines and the Hellebore's ways, believing them to be interfering in the livelihood of the cities. And doing what they've always done, they flee. And they run. Fortunately for the Hellebores, the apprentice Isla has connections that are in the city of Zeros, over in the continent of Kathos. And so, in immediate time, before the mob arrives to burn down the houses of both Hellebore and the doctor office, the herbalist shop, the Hellebores have already, at that point, left. At that time, in a ship heading to Zeros, the city itself is just the town themselves is like absolutely I'd say the family right now is kind of reeling a little bit. This has happened very often. This has happened and the Hellebores have kind of grown used to this. But for some reason this one stings. This one hurts the most. The mother Hellebore has been rather visibly upset. And Ignatius has been quiet, stewing, typically out there in the halls of the ship itself, as they begin to fly between the Ark's gaps, heading over to Kathos to once again build a new life. Ignatius is muttering to himself a little bit, and then you'll just see him pound his fist on the side of the bench, believing to be alone. Anger falls over Dr. Ignatius Hellebore's face. He mutters under his breath, "Too many times. Too many times we've had to leave. Because the people, these simple people, don't understand what we're trying to do." He looks down as tears begin to swell a little bit. It's human nature to question and fear what they don't understand, but... And then he just sinks down. Why does it have to be at the cost of my family? The door swings open as a figure within the shadows steps out in the doorway. Hellebore turns over in surprise and then just calms down a little bit, a little confused at who this face is. "Oh, you must be the contact. The one that works with Ayla." The person nods as a female voice comes out. "Yes, I am Ayla's, shall we say, work partner." The door closes as they hide behind the shadows, still looking over at Hellebore. "Yes, I've heard a lot about you, Dr. Hellebore. Ayla speaks very highly of her master, but it was you that I'm interested in." Still staying in the shadows. "It was you that my employers are very interested in." Hellebore kind of like turns his eye, he just kind of like raises his eyebrows a little bit. And just is like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. No negotiation was made, nothing was there. We just would like to live a life of peace. I don't know what you have planned, but I'm not interested in working for the Prots. And you'll just kind of see this person step out a little bit. Their figure becomes more in tune as you'll actually see on the shoulder of this individual a shoulder, like the badge of the XDF. And they'll say, "Oh, you won't be working for the Prots at all. You'll be working for yourself. Well, you'll be working for the people of Zeros, of Kathos, of all of Io. You see, we've been watching your progress, and it's been very interesting, to say the least. We want to protect you, Dr. Hellebore. We want to give you all the resources that you need. We believe that you will bring the next chapter to the mortal races of Io. And we will give you all the resources at your disposal." Hellebore kind of blinks for a little bit before he stands up. He walks over to this person and will say, "That's an interesting proposition, but can you deliver? The person responds with, Dr. Hellebore, you'll soon come to learn that I mean what I say, and I do what I say. And with that, I will take action immediately to make sure that you and your family will never have to worry about a thing. I just need you to continue your research. Well, rather, my employers would like you to continue your research. We'll have a strong working relationship. This I promise you. Hellebore raises eyebrows. All right, then. Perhaps we start with a name. Just who are you exactly? As she steps out of the shadows, you see a buff figure of a muscular prot. As she says, my name is Karis Creed. It's a pleasure to meet you. And that is where we will end today's session of Deadbeats.
Masai, have you been screwing up?
Oh my god. Incredible.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, it's me.
It's me. It was me all along.
So,
Was it? Is that actually?
you're gonna have
Don't
to
say
wait.
anything. Stop talking.
Don't say anything.
You're gonna have to wait and see. You're gonna have to
The
wait
Discord
and
chat. We have a
see.
Discord chat.
You're gonna have to wait and see. If there were a credit sequence at this point in time, the prologue would have Dash come to his front door with a small undead cat by Cheddar waiting for him.
Let's go, Cheds. I can't believe Masae is the one that started my dad's villain arc for reals.
Hi.
I was like, I can't believe Dodger started my dad's villain arc. No, it was Masae the whole time.
I was
It was me.
I was very excited for that reveal because I know that's everyone being like, what the wait, what does that mean? What?
Yeah, I also went what?
So yeah, we'll see what happens later, but that was a fantastic session.
Deadbeats chat right now, Masae. I have a question.
Yep. You all will be explained, later on in the future. But for now, yeah. Guys, fuck.
I cried today.
That was a terrific session. Thank you guys so much.
That was really fun.
I cried.
Round of applause to everyone. That episode was as amazing as I thought it was gonna be. Joe literally gave me chills. I just
Bro.
That was so good, Joe.
so good. Man, Tucker, man.
Joe absolutely crushed it.
Yeah. I mean, you all crushed it. You all did amazing. Just
That was a lot of fun.
I'm shaking. Like Joe was so fucking good with that, and I knew you all were gonna do fantastic. That's why I knew that if I just left you guys alone, you were gonna do it, and you did it, and it's awesome. So
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joe and Masae, for helping us tell our kid backstory.
Yeah.
I'm
The
so glad
boy.
you guys joined us for
It
this.
was so good. Wouldn't have missed it for anything.
I love our new friends, but fuck Tucker. Dad said it best. Fuck Tucker.
Yeah, fuck Tucker.
I think thanks to Joe, if you guys ever went to Alabaster, me as the DM would be terrified.
On edge. Yeah.
I would be on edge. I would immediately be on edge. Holy shit. Oh man, I'm jazzed. That was this is
so good.
This
I
is
want to do more of these. I want to do
Yeah.
the other characters like
Absolute-
backstories. I think this is such a cool idea when somebody can't make it.
I'm
just
so-
be like, okay, then we'll tell a different story. I think that's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, originally I was just like, I guess we'll miss a second week, and then I don't know what it was, but I was like, yo, what if we did? What if we learned more about everyone? Let's actually get a session together. What if we? And then I messaged Dodger and Summer as just kind of like, do you guys want to do this? Like, I don't know, it's kind of unorthodox, but you want to do it? And everyone seemed good to go. And then once we started putting the pieces together and writing the story out, it was like, oh shit, this is gonna be so fucking good. And yeah, absolutely, we should and that's where I was like, oh my god, we can totally do this. I would love to see more of like Victor's past, or Logan's past, or even just everyone. I think it's because everyone came in with some pretty rich backstory, and it is every player I think has either told me their backstory here or has written down a backstory, so there's so much we can explore, and each of these stories would be so in-depth and good just to learn more about that, because I knew this session was going to be so powerful because it was like we learn more about like Dash's origins, we learn more about Piper's origins, but then we also have like Ignatius Hellebore. We kind of like peek a little into like his motivations and why he is the way that he is, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think I learned more about the Hellebore family this week than I had ever. Like, I thought I knew the Hellebore family, but then as more conversation began to bounce around, go back and forth and shit like that, I was like, oh, now I know the Hellebore family. I know exactly who they are, what they're doing, why they're doing it, and yeah, absolutely. So
I will never forget the "oh, you have a family" line from my mom. I will never forget.
Bro,
that.
there's an AU where your dad just absconded with me and we got to just grow up together.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite literally just like it's and that's what it was. Is we had that conversation of what kind of person the mother Hellebore was, and it was just like, oh yeah, so yeah. And then once we did that, I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, she would say that. Like, just like, oh
yeah, it's Goth Linda Belcher.
I'm just happy I had to punch my sister in the face finally. Let's go.
Oh my god, that was some good shit. That was some good shit. But yeah, so needless to say, and I not to downplay the other campaigns, because I think every campaign has something really cool going on. Deadbeats, I'm not going to reveal much, but as you can see, especially with that ending, Deadbeats has a lot happening behind us. It has a lot.
I didn't know that Karis was that much older than us. I thought she was maybe like a few years older than Piper Dash, but she's like a good chunk older.
Anyway, so
but yeah, we won't go into it.
I would also like to say a formal apology to anybody who watched tonight that has any sort of religious trauma.
I was about to
it's
what
really
like
yep
writing up this backstory for Dash was definitely like me recalling a lot of stuff about going to a religious school for like my entire childhood.
I did the same.
Yeah, and so when Joe and I talked about, I knew that Joe and I had talked about it before, and Joe's a fantastic RPer, so I was like, would you play my dad? And he absolutely crushed it. But like, yeah, I apologize for anybody who showed up today and was like, wow, I was not ready for this.
We got a bit real there.
And you know, that's one of the things that makes it kind of tricky. Like, obviously, you know, there's certain subjects that we're never going to go into, you know what I mean? Because there are just certain topics that you just don't breach and people don't want to watch that shit in their D&D show. But then there are a lot of like specific topics that could absolutely affect people of like similar backgrounds, and I think that's what makes D&D so powerful, but also kind of like can be a little jarring sometimes. So yeah, absolutely. And I also apologize for that, because it's like, unfortunately, like, as much as I would love to put like warnings up and stuff, like, we don't know what's gonna. It's D&D, so sometimes those things happen. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it wasn't too much, and that definitely was like that is also more on me as well, just to like, yeah. So hopefully everything's good. I thought it was great, but oh my god, even and I think it is. It's because I also have Catholic school backgrounds, and I'm just like, yeah. Yep, there it is. But it's so perfect, because I think it really just adds a level of just feeling and emotion into it. You know what I mean? That you're like, yes, you get it. You absolutely get it. So, yeah, absolutely. Yes, chat. We are doing fan art. We are just having a little bit of a post conversation. So
I love everybody who's like, how did Tucker manage to do everything Hayo would hate and not want anyone to do?
We're all busy, okay? We're gods.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If anything, a content warning for something that you already set up to touch on, like children in distress or terminal illness thing. Yeah, but the thing is, chat, like, even as a DM, especially when I'm leaving it to the players to like explore and discover, not even I know what could potentially happen. So we could either go overcautious, be like, hey, this might happen, but who knows? And then, or we can do the other way around. So fortunately, I think we're at a level where things are good, but if it ever does become an issue, I promise you it will be something that we look into in the future. So it is all gravy. But yes, let's go ahead and see some fan art, because holy shit. First of all,
some trauma in my D&D.
We're not even gonna. Here's the best part about today's fan art. We're not even looking at all of the fan art. Like, any fan art that focuses on
the group.
Like, yeah, oh my god, my brain. Either on Eli or on Logan. We're gonna wait for next week. But that doesn't change the fact that we still have a ton of fan art. So let's get to it. Yeah. God damn. So we're still doing fan art. Don't you worry, because if we don't, chat, it's not even like oh, we should wait. It's, if we wait, fan art's gonna be 2 hours next week. We have to fight. We have to fight back the fan art. We have to keep the fan art pushed. We have to keep it going. Otherwise, we're gonna run out of time and have to do a full fan art session, which just says what it has to say about the passion of our fan artists. So
look
thank
at
you
her.
so much.
That girl.
Oh my god.
At that girl.
Look at that girl.
No. Now I'm looking at her with a completely different set of eyes.
Yeah, it is. Now you look at her and you're just like,
trying to adopt you too.
Look at her.
Sweat.
This is done by Supaku, who did Karis, but also did, check this out.
Oh,
That's
so
really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
I like that.
I love that so much. Oh,
Yeah, it's super cool to visualize now.
Very good. Game Watch 10.
Oh,
This is older grizzled Dash.
oh, I love it.
I'm gonna fix him real good.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna reverse time.
all right, so I'm really excited about this. A resident fan artist, Bearbot, made a comic panel to have people draw the final panel. This is what it is. It's the Hellebore test.
I will fix him.
It is literally, yeah, it is Hellebore giving Dash potions to try and fix them, and then Dash transforming. So this is the fan art event, Change Dash, the Hellebore test. So
I pressed my go back button.
Yeah, and
oh my god,
that's so good.
There is a lot. There is a lot, and this was a beautiful thing. because we've got memes, we've got art, we've got
What
all
the fuck?
sorts of stuff.
He's so upset what he did. He's like, oh no, you're dripped out now.
I like this one. Did that potion just turn both of us into a meme?
Oh my god, that's
Apparently, yes.
Ah,
I mean, it's incredible.
amazing.
the fuck.
Amazing.
Oh, man, it's so good. It's so good.
No.
Plushy.
Yeah, hey, yo. Why does this say Silver Fox Dash?
Oh,
That-
yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
That looks like
Now we're talking.
that looks like Sterling. That kind of gives me a little Sterling vibe.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah.
But Sterling, if he worked out, Dash has got a good future ahead of him.
Sterling ginger.
Yeah. All
Uh,
old men in Iowa hot. It's canon.
It has to.
It's true.
Please.
Why
I-
won't these old men kiss each other?
That one's so
Oh
good.
my goodness, I'm a witcher now.
God. Oh God. There we go.
Yes,
That's-
my ex-family. Yes, I turned you into an anime.
A cinnamon roll. Stop it.
Aw. Yes, Anya.
Good. Yes.
Good.
Very good. Very good. Oh, of course. Of course.
No.
Of course.
I see.
Nope.
Of
I will
course.
say, I am
Next.
going to do this at some point in the campaign. Hopefully not to a party member, but I'm gonna make a
Yikes,
fucking dog.
dude.
That one looks like you've gone into like one of those weird animation cartoons. That's not
That-
through Hero Forge, right?
That
Is that
that
Hero Forge? It must be.
that's
Yeah.
Hero Forge, yeah. That reminds me of that Simpsons episode where Homer
Yeah.
becomes 3D.
yeah, exactly. It's that weird, uncanny kind of 3D.
Nice little.
Yes, an
Yo.
Arnar gif.
Yep.
I am support hat.
Fish.
I help.
It's a fishing.
It's a fishing.
I'm calling the EPA.
Very good. Very good.
I love it.
You're right, Piper. It does taste like raspberry. How's that gonna help me though?
Oh, dude, it tastes
Aw.
great.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Very good.
He became
Can that
even
be
more
my
cringy.
token now?
That one? Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Whenever you want to be a bab, you let me know. Okay, so this one is amazing because as you can tell,
What the fuck?
it is a trip.
What?
Whoa.
What the
Stars
fuck?
keep
I'm
changing.
losing
It's so
it.
good.
This is an
What?
acid trip. I gave you acid. I'm sorry.
John, I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
John.
No.
I mean, bravo.
No.
Bravo.
Oh my god.
That's
Bravo.
That's
Oh.
really good.
Bravo.
Oh my god, that wasn't Garfield. It was Cheddar.
That's a, of course, we have a Skagzag.
Of course.
And then
Yeah.
we've got, we
Oh,
got this.
A-list. My boy.
That genie. Oh, man. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, no.
I made the slime.
Yes.
Mm.
yes.
Oh my
It's
god.
me. I
That-
made slime.
That's a Pipe Dreamers reference. Here we go. I don't
Oh
have
my
to-
god, you do wear the same thing as he does.
That's so true. Oh no. Oh no. The tie is the same in everything. No.
Oh no! Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Something about Dodge or Dying. It's really good. Here we go. And there we go. All right. But why? Suit. He just throws suit.
But why? It's just, I can't help myself, okay?
Oh.
Oh, I turned. No,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
It happened.
Oh.
Somebody called it. Somebody called that this would happen.
The Ranma.
It's Dash Parado.
Nice.
Oh God, not again.
Oh boy. A good boy.
FBI.
So nothing happened to him.
Nothing different.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I told you, all men in Iowa hot.
I can't deal with Sogu again.
Look at
Yes,
this.
boy.
Aw.
Also, yeah.
What's he thinking? Oh.
You know
Good.
what? You know what? There has to be one.
It's Morbin
Morbin
time.
time.
Hell,
see.
God damn it, dude. I was saying before you unmuted that like I chose Victor during a time where like a vampire wasn't a thing. Now it's
Yeah.
like V Rising, fucking
Now it's-
Morbius, everything. And it's all goddamn vampire memes.
It's Morbin time.
Oh boy. Aww.
It's my mushroom character.
Oh, that's cute.
Can we talk
Aw.
about this?
Oh.
Oh my god. That's
I
incredible.
know.
I love that.
Shrinking in real time.
I'm getting smaller.
Send help. Fan art makes me small.
Oh,
True. This is accurate size.
so cute.
What the
Al-
fuck, Joe?
Already 1 foot in the grave. Only 40.
No.
Aww.
I'm still young. I'm hip.
Oh, look at this one.
I
It's
love
my
that.
dash doll. I learned how to sew.
Also this one.
Oh,
Aw.
baby.
I went too far back.
Infant.
Fuck.
This one's labeled how to properly draw Hellebore.
Nice.
Draw Hellebore like you normally do. Erase the details of the face, replace them with cat face. Shrink Hellebore about 40%, about the size of Dash's thigh.
That's perfect.
I'm small.
Bleh.
I want to suck your blood.
That's a tiny Victor, right?
Little
Oh,
tiny Victor.
Fuck her. I hate her.
Yeah,
Oh,
sucks,
yeah.
She sucks. She's cute, but she sucks.
The incident. It's great. Aw.
I'm old.
What the
I can't wait to destroy more of Joe's property that
What?
she possesses.
What the fuck? Okay, all right. So I was trying to avoid like Eli and Logan art, but I can't with this one. I can't avoid that.
Holy shit.
oh my god.
Wait,
Yeah.
can we go through and see who's who everywhere?
Yeah, it's literally just like you got there's Skagzag over there.
Gygax there, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I mean it's all of the characters from all of the Phase 3 games.
Whoa.
That's so good.
That's amazing. Holy
I'm
shit.
drinking the mimosa, and there's Eugene partying.
Yeah, this is you got. I see Eli with Maggie. There's Zug. There's Tom too. Yeah,
Is
everyone's.
Victor flirting with the other Dampier?
Yep, absolutely. There's another
Who
Dampier.
plays the other Dampier?
Kelly Siren. Kelly Siren.
Is
does.
that the new one? No.
Yeah, in Fey
in
Wonder.
the Fey Wonder.
Yeah. So it's
I
Dampier
see
flirting.
Logan's ass.
And yeah, Kelly's character is also
Oh, yeah.
is also a bit of a flirt, so this is really good. Yeah, we got Logan's. Yeah, this
Is someone playing a fairy? That's cute.
Yeah. Oh no, that's yes and no. That's a new race. That I believe is Laura's new character.
Awesome.
So yeah, and then of
Yo,
course
look at Dash. Top right.
there is.
Is that me?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
you.
you, dude.
Yeah,
That's you.
That's absolutely you.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
This is right next to
Yeah,
you.
Karis is right next to you. Don't
Yeah.
Oh my
That's so
god!
good.
And there's me. There's me over there. Oh my god! This is.
Is that you in the water?
You're like, why
Hellebore's
did I
in the
let
water,
them have a
right?
beach episode?
Yeah, right there. That's you. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Hellebore with the. Oh
I'm
my
partying.
god.
And Eugene.
This is labeled, and across the plains, the deafening sound of crumpling paper was heard. Kopi can't take her armor off. It's bound to her. It's a rough sketch. It can be changed. It's gotten out of hand. They kept adding campaigns. Hope I got them all. The Hot Springs 4-way cross.
Oh my god.
We all gotta
incredible.
go to Kopi's hot spring when she inevitably buys
When she
I
finally
love
gets
that.
one.
I think Maggie has the most detail.
Yeah, it really does.
That's
You mean pink
actually
eye?
awesome. I mean,
Oh,
pink
she's
eye.
fighting-
Sorry.
She's playing the skeleton's
Yeah,
leg.
this is amazing. Thank you
Oh, that's
so much.
genius.
I
That's
just
so good.
we've been
That's
looking at it
really
for
good.
almost for minutes now, just looking at all the detail of everything. This is amazing. Thank you so much. This is so much. Oh my god. Okay, so that's a broken thing.
I do love the DM rack being just like, why did I let them have a beach episode?
Is Logan eating like fruit from your hat? Like what's happening? What's happening on the right with
I
Logan's
think he was
mouth?
drinking and then something broke the glass.
Oh. Oh yeah, the ping from the pan. Okay, I see.
All over. My God. All right. We got some house crests here,
Aww.
and then
It's a doggy.
Hellebore.
Yes.
Oh, very
Oh.
Nice.
Goes.
Aw, can we look at little Dash?
Oh, Bab.
It me, baby boy.
Hey, it me.
Another baby boy.
Bab.
Bad Dad Club, baby.
A shitty boy.
Oh,
A shitty,
man.
stinky,
Shitty,
stupid
stinky
boy.
man.
Why is my son so lacking in his faith to Hio? Why doesn't he pray harder? And here comes Hio. I'm disgusted by your blind and cruel faith. Die where you stand.
Yeah, no, she'd say that.
Yep.
He probably
Yeah.
respond though with, "It's a test."
Yeah. Oh, name Marino. A baby.
Oh no! He has a family.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah, but they suck.
God.
Like, what would it hurt?
This is so
Very
sweet.
good.
This is my God. We're finally getting to the fan art of this session, by the way.
Yes. Cute.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good.
Cute.
Very good.
So cute.
And then baby fight.
Baby fight, baby fight. Let's take a look. This is
Eugene.
Eugene.
The first of his lineage.
This is so good. Oh my God. Let me. What the heck? Oh, Hio fan art. Wonderful.
Aw.
Aww.
Among Us.
Yeah, she's drawing Among Us, so that's cool.
That's.
Oh my god.
Sick, Hio.
Hey guys, I don't understand why you hate him so much. Tell me, why did you put this embarrassment? Here she comes again. Oh, so good.
You know what's even more fucked up is that in our campaign that I was in with Hio, she had to give up her religion. So this is just like a big slap in the face to her even more.
Yeah, it is a bit of a
Yeah.
problem. Smack down. There we go. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes,
what?
good.
Oh,
Oh my
dude.
god.
I love that Dash just kept randomly tackling. He's like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah,
Here we go.
it's just fun to run and jump on things.
All right, I'll give you that. You did good. You, on the other hand. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, very good. Oh, I love that.
it. That's so cute.
babies.
Oh. Oh.
No.
Oh.
No.
Don't laugh, you monster.
The tear section of the fan art. It's so funny.
Fractured yet whole. Look at these. Look at this Chad smile.
Who's that man?
Young Dash and young Piper. Yo, that is
Oh my gosh, that
Damn.
is so cute.
That
what
is
the fuck?
so-
That's really good.
that is so amazing. Look at this.
Me.
Oh,
Good
Boy.
boy.
And now we get to the point where everyone starts losing their fucking minds.
Yes.
Oh my
God.
So funny.
In Masae's defense, Masae doesn't even know what's happening right now. So
I genuinely don't like. I obviously like I know a general overview of what Karis is, but it's like I don't. I
Yeah.
was just a surprise. I was like, what the heck?
Oh my god, I'm loving the Hio fan art over here.
I was like, why would you do that?
Disgusted face on the bottom is so funny.
That's a really good face.
Oh
Like,
my
ugh.
god.
Who's
Oh.
this
It's become
yucky
a
man?
god to watch this. What the fuck?
Oh man. Well, that was an amazing fan art section, and we didn't even go through all of them.
Hey,
yeah.
right click. No, stop.
What?
Right click on one of the tabs.
Oh,
tabs to the right.
yeah,
And say
close
close
that.
tabs to the
This
right.
lesson, old man.
Did you just talk to me like I was Clark? Hey, no. Hey,
Hey,
get that.
stop.
get-
Hey.
Put that down.
Did you just fucking?
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. We're gonna do it right.
I edited this. I edited the share on the stream. And I just start closing tabs, and then I just got mobbed by Dodger. Hey! Stop! Oh my god!
You can't match their energy or surpass it because then you escalate. You have to bring it down. You know.
I did. It was
Yeah.
madness. I was just like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong? Okay, I stopped. I was like, what's happening? What did I do? Was something wrong? All right, well, guys, thank you so much. Terrific fucking session. We will definitely be doing more of those in the future.
Thank you for DMing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys next week. Yeah.
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 I think I don't want to put there's a good chance that we have 2 more sessions before season 1 wraps up.
I'm gonna shid.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a shid worthy moment, I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna shid.
And then we'll probably take a week or 2 off and then do season 2. So it's just season finales are just story points either wrapping up or story points evolving beyond. So
We aren't changing the title, chat. Stop. It's not gonna be an under IO situation again.
we are not changing the title. I know there's been some conversation that's just like, well, what's the new title? It's not. We literally
Just because it's a new season doesn't mean we're not Deadbeats still.
It's we're literally I made sure each of the campaigns, the core 3 campaigns would have titles that would never change, and there it is. And as long as we've got one Deadbeat, we're good to go. That's right, we're naming it Deadbeats. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Just take the S off.
Yeah, Deadbeat 2. Oh my god, a Fast and Furious situation, Dead 2 Beat 2. Yeah, I could do that.
No.
And the 5th film has to be called Deadbeats, but the S is a 5.
Yeah, as a All right, I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye.